right, and last question.
Yes?
If this source energy flows through everything...
Since this source energy flows through everything...
Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Since this source energy flows through everything, what is the difference between a live human being and a corpse? Why doesn't the corpse get up and dance a jig?
Intentionality.
Oh, okay. Can you add more to that? Because I think this question sort of links with all the physicality that I have issues with. Okay.
This is a big conversation, and we have 2 minutes to do it in, and more days ahead to play with this. What you're really talking about is this consciousness that is you as it is expressing through and with this physical apparatus. So the truth of it is that you are an eternal being and you will never cease to be. And at this time, this non-physical energy, this large non-physical creative genius energy, a part of that energy is flowing through you. And as it is flowing through you, you have this conscious thinking mechanism to evaluate your environment. And the reason that this larger part of you is so thrilled about this conscious thinking personality or ego that is you is that you're right up close and personal with this leading edge of thought. So you're exploring with definition and refinement the things that matter to you and taking thought beyond that which it has ever been before. And your inner being really likes your exposure to all of this. So out of this exposure, you're identifying what works for you and what doesn't, what you like and what you don't like, what you prefer. All day, every day, at all levels of your being, you are finding preferences. Sometimes at this full conscious level, often at subconscious levels or vibrational levels or microscopic levels. In other words, every part of your beingness, and there are trillions of cells within your body that are consciousness. All of that which is you, which is physically focused, is exploring contrast and launching new rockets of desire, which your inner being is embracing and becoming part of. So this consciousness that is really who you are is always flowing to you and through you, but because of the thoughts that you think, because of the way you have allowed life to touch you, you allow different degrees of this consciousness to flow with you. The more of it you allow, the better things go for you, the better you feel, the more you thrive, the more intuitive you are, the more good timing you have, the more resiliency you have, the more flexibility you have, the better you feel. The more of it you pinch off by contradictory thought, the less of all of that. And so what happens is humans come to this flawed conclusion that they are not resilient, or they are not renewable, or that they are not regenerative, they are not expandable, because through time and through socialization, think of the difference between you and the animals. The animals are much more receptive to source energy. So through socialization and attention to what is, you've developed patterns of thought that, in very simple terms, just block the flow of the resourcefulness that would be there if you were not doing that. That's just it. That's just it. And that's really just all of it. But it's an interesting conversation that we have with you, because while we want to say to you, focus less on the manifestation and allow more connection, which will lead to more manifestation, you get all twirled up in that. If I'm out here on the leading edge of thought, then shouldn't what I've manifested be important? And we say, this is a nugget. Understand the distinction between manifested and manifesting. Understand the difference between what's done and what's still flowing. And don't let what's done influence what's still flowing. And there you have it. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete. Enough?
Another question on aging. I always feel like I'm not going to get what I want before I die. And All of these, and yesterday you had a woman here who was talking about pain, which really helped me a lot because I realized that I was in pain, and that if I could just stay in the now, I really didn't feel the pain anymore. You know, and I had
A lot of the discomfort that you bring to your now is about worrying about things that you're not focused upon now. So if you just stay more current and more aware of what you're doing with the energy that's flowing to you and through you now, it's a little bit, and this feels like a scanty analogy, but it's a little bit like being on a road trip going across the nation and realizing that it's an ongoing journey, and at no point are you going to be at your destination as you're moving across the nation. And yet you're accepting the perfection of this now, and this now, and this now, and this now, and this now. And if you really can get into that mindset, then you can enjoy the diverse beauty and extraordinarily calculated, precise for you convergence of circumstances and events that every moment of your journey as you move day by day by day across this nation can be life-giving and uplifting and fulfilling, as compared to, are we there yet? 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 How far have we gone? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh, life is so delicious as it comes to you. And the only way that you can release that negative grip that time or aging has on so many of you is to realize that all of your power is right here and now. And everything that you feel is about what you're doing in this now in regards to how much of who you really are and what you really know you are allowing to flow through you here and now. So it's not how long you will be alive, it's how much aliveness are you allowing now. Ooh, did you like that? Nugget. So if you are allowing aliveness now, aliveness now, aliveness now, aliveness now, aliveness now, it's not long before you stop noting how many years are left. It's now, and you are eternal. This journey never, ever ends. It's now the fullness of me, and now the fullness of me, and now the fullness of me, now the fullness of me, and now the fullness of me. And then in time, a reemergence into non-physical, and then, ooh, the fullness of me. And then still interest in what's going on. Still interest, you see. You really want to have fun observing the political arena? Tap into the non-physical point of view, who remembers all of it, but pays attention to nothing that has ever been before, giving undivided attention to the perfection of where you are perched right here and now. Not just your nation, globally. It's interesting. This is something that you might want to note. When you reemerge into non-physical, you leave behind your political affiliations. Oh, they're having a good time now. There aren't even any national borders in non-physical. No walls.
So are you saying I should be anxious to go into the non-physical?
We are saying you will be delighted when you are, and your tensing against it is messing up your now.
Okay. Good.
Enough?
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Really good.
Now, I've got one quick question related to the first question. When the story came in my head, I kind of felt like I even knew who it was to. I felt like it was almost to children, I mean, children are okay, but
Well, not to children, but to the innocent.
Oh, that's good. Oh my God, that's really good. No, when you said that, I immediately thought of when I'm with my friends' kids and they look up at me. Sometimes when they're in that little innocent state, I actually see those paintings of the kids with the big giant eyes, looking, the cartoony looking. That's who it's for.
And so it's for the innocence in everyone.
Right. Awesome.
Jesus said, the meek shall inherit the earth. And that's a similar notion that he was talking about. In your non-resistance, You're feeling it, aren't you?
I am.
In your non-resistance, there is the allowing of your significance.
That's good.
And
Thank you.